I thought I would do something completely different, something that I've never done before. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see at the most wonderful and beautiful South Sheilds, and it's absolutely stunning. There's the new Groyne, it's all been done up. So I've come on because I wanted to talk about, my page has had a little bit more traction, and I just wanted to tell everybody what I'm about, what I do. So I'm the founder of the Flying Fish Company, and I podcast and write training and deliver training in the workplace about dealing with grief and bereavement in the workplace. Grief and bereavement affect everybody, and at some points in our lives we're going to experience a loss, varying degrees, so it's very important. It can have a massive impact on the workplace, and especially if it's not being dealt with properly, it can cause unnecessary difficulties. And my podcast is called Navigating Life After Loss, and this is where I talk about my own experience of losing my spouse to suicide, and I talk about my healing journey, what's helped, what hasn't helped. And it's interesting that I'm here because this beach, I'll turn it around, so this is Little Haven, and Little Haven has been a big part of my taking control of my life, and I use it for a factory reset. So when I have, my mind's like a jungle and I can't clear it, cold water exposure is what sorts me out. Anyway, yeah, it sorts me out, and I call it my factory reset, and I love it. I've never actually been here before. I can't believe I've lived here and come here for as long as I have, and I've never actually been down to the Groyne, and I love it. It's just all been done up. It's had a massive refurbishment, and yeah, it's lush. I've just been to Billy's Lifeline this morning, so if you've never heard of it, Billy's Lifeline is an amazing charity that's been set up by Natalie, and it's in memory of losing her brother to suicide. And she's one of these amazing inspirational people who crap things happen to, and she turns it into something positive. So Natalie provides peer-to-peer support, group support and one-to-one support, and they've got a really lovely little place in Cookson House in South Sheilds. I've just been to have a look at it now, and yeah, really inspirational, really moving, meeting people who are walking their path following losing a loved one to suicide, whether that's a brother, a father, a child, a partner, a husband. We all walk a path we never asked to walk, but we walk it anyway, and it's just so therapeutic and healing to be around people who are going through that, but are given a space to be able to help and support each other. And it's just pretty amazing, really moving. I felt moved, and I never had anything like that. When I lost my husband, I was only young, I was in my 20s. I didn't really have anybody to talk to about my loss who could understand, which is really important. Suicide really brings its own navigational difficulties, and it's such a tonic to be able to talk to other people who have gone through something similar, and to share that path. That's what it's about. It's about sharing that path, a path no one asked to walk, but there you go, here we are. So I've done a three-part series for a company called Thornfields, a live webinar series about dealing with grief in the workplace, and it was the last one yesterday. I really enjoyed doing it, and I just wanted to come on and talk about, during the presentation I talked a little bit about my own life. I've just got to show you this. Wow, I just love it. I love the ocean. So yes, talked about my own life, and I wanted to come on and just do a quick kind of what not to say to somebody who's been bereaved through suicide. The first thing, when someone's lost someone to suicide, for me, one of the main things people asked me was, why did you do it? And I just want to let people know who've never experienced anything like that, it's a really triggering question, because first of all, most people will never understand why their loved ones done what they've done, and it just opens up this kind of Pandora's box of whys. Why did I not know? How could I not see it? Which is all very triggering. The next thing I wanted to say was, the next thing that people ask is often, did he leave a note? And I just want to say that even when a note is left, which it isn't always, it doesn't necessarily clarify anything. The person who's writing it's still in a confused, awful state, and for us there was no answers in it at all. Just that he loved us very much, but there was no answers as to why. And then that often leads on to, how did he do it? So I just want to let people know that this is a really big no. It's very triggering asking people, how did they do it? So often, loved ones who've lost their loved ones to suicide, they may have gone missing for a period of time, which is really stressful and awful. Or the person that you're asking, whoa, big waves. I nearly got wiped out. I'll show you the waves. Whoa. I love the sea. It really is incredible. Where was I? Yes. How did he do it? It's very triggering, because the person that you're asking might have actually been the one who found the body. And people who have lost to suicide, it works out about 1 in 10 likelihood of going on to do the same themselves. So it's just a real heads up to be careful and to avoid these questions. And I often felt like a bit unravelled after all of these questions. And I talked about this in the webinar yesterday. I don't know if you can remember it, but in the early 2000s there was a band called the Scissor Sisters, and in one of their songs there was a line in it, people that you meet want to open you up like Christmas. And that's what it felt like being me. That people were curious and asking lots of questions, and you have kind of protective things in place psychologically, try not to get my whole big head in, and then you're being opened up, and that can actually be quite dangerous, because then you're leaving that person in this opened up and vulnerable state. And yeah, so I just wanted to come on and say that. I wanted to share my lovely South Sheilds beach, this is Little Haven really, and just share that with you. Yeah, so that's it. So if you've made it to the end, thank you very much, and I'll give you one last look at the beach. Enjoy the sounds. See you soon, thanks for watching, bye.